The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So, I wanted to do a video about the spring game. I wanted to do it yesterday, of course, but you know, sometimes things get set back. So, let's just get into it. So, the spring game was yesterday. It's not a 1 versus 2s. They pick the teams. So, you got starters with second stringers and third stringers. It's a mix and match. So it makes it for a more even game, I guess you could say. So the takeaways I had from this one are, I guess we can start with the JJ, of course. JJ came out and he was, I wouldn't say rusty. He just made a mistake. Stepped up in the pocket, had a guy wide open across the middle, overthrew it, got intercepted. So that just happens. You know what I'm saying? He definitely shouldn't have missed him, but you know, he came back later on, led a drive, led a touchdown drive. You know, I'm not sure the receiver he hit, but hit him on a corner route, kind of threw it, had nice ball placement. So JJ looked okay. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look great or anything. He only played in the first half of the spring game, so he looked all right. I mean, he didn't look like Cade. As long as he didn't look like Cade last year, because Cade was horrible last year in the spring game. And then in the first couple games, he was horrible. So, you know what I'm saying? As long as he didn't look like that, which he didn't. So, straight. It's not like JJ can showcase everything he wants to do because he's not getting hit. Now, the thing about JJ in this game was he was going against the transfer Stewart. He's wearing Jabril Peppers' old number 5. This dude was coming through. Like, he was giving JJ headaches because he was just coming through. He was chasing him. He was just all over the place. So he looks like he will be a stud. So that's awesome. That's what we needed. Somebody to come in and step in, and hopefully where we can rush 4 again consistently. So when we get to the tougher teams, if we make the playoff and things like that, we can rush 4 and get that pass rush. Because that was part of the problem against TCU. Let's see. So he looked good. Derek Moore looked good. Rushing the passer. He looks like he might have taken that jump we need him to. Chris Jenkins looked good as well. Rushing the passer. Kenneth Grant looked good. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see some of these guys that we know and some of these guys that I expected to be better. It looks like they are getting better or have. Jalen Harrell looked good. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to you got to take this stuff with the game with a grain of salt because they practice against each other, so they know a lot of the offense's plays. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, you still want to see how they look out there. Now, let's see. Oh, the one we were waiting on, Amarian Walker. He ain't ready to start. I'm going to tell you that right now. He ain't ready to start. Now, if we were a bad team, he could probably start and you know, get his lumps this year. But the expectation is to make it back to the playoff. He can't start. He going to get worked. If Peyton O'Leary working you like that for 6 catches, 120, he just ain't ready. And I'm not sure he has that corner mindset yet. Because the corner, it's on to the next play. You got me this one, I'm going to get you the next one. He ain't ready for that. He was real frustrated. You know what I'm saying? He was getting frustrated because I can't blame him. He was getting lit up. O'Leary was lighting him up. He was getting cooked. I ain't gonna front. He was getting cooked by a lot of people Cornelius got him for a nice little in and out. I don't know what kind of route it was. It was a corner, whatever it was. He got worked. Like, so he just ain't ready. He ain't ready to start. So with that being said, and not only in the pass game, when somebody catches the ball, his change of direction and understanding, okay, I got to make a play. He was getting lit up on that. Like, so if somebody caught the ball, another receiver that he's not defending caught the ball and they come his way, he'd be out of position and just get cooked. Like, he ain't ready. He ain't ready for defense. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but he ain't ready to be out there on the field. Not this year. He going to have to take a big jump over the summer to be a full package on a defense like this. Like, I can start. He ain't ready. He behind a lot of people from what I see. McBurrows was out there. He looks good for the most part. I expect McBurrows to start on the other side of Will Johnson. Jaden McBurrows, he's like a junior, I want to say. So, honestly, it's his time to start. And he's been around, so I'm expecting him to start. Who else? Cody Jones looked okay. The sophomore corner out of Memphis, he looked okay. He caused the forced fumble. He got worked a little bit, but he looks like he's a year away from being ready to really contribute, and that'll be his time. You know what I'm saying? Some of these young guys. Zeke Berry might be ready this year. So Zeke looked good. He was making plays and flying around, and so it looked good. It was nice to see him out there. Keon Sabb, he was out there, made some plays, but made some mistakes. Keon Sabb and Cody Jones, right now, I think they're ahead of Omar and Walker from what I'm seeing, but none of those guys are ready to start. I mean, if you had to play them, you got to do what you got to do. But to me, Keon Sabb, Cody Jones, and Marion Walker, they're all a year away from being ready to start to me. But I think Omari and Walker's behind both of them, honestly. Let's see. R.J. Moden. R.J. Moden, this dude is regressing. He's regressing. I hate that. I mean, I thought he would have progressed from what I saw him as a sophomore, I believe. He was center field. He was doing what I want to see. Being somewhere the quarterback doesn't expect you to be, being in position to get picks. He might drop them. But he would be in position. But he's regressed. He regressed last year during the season, and he looks like he's continuing to regress. He just, I don't know what to say about this dude. He just out of position in the run game. You know what I'm saying? Pass game, getting lit up, looking in the backfield by Orgy. Alex Orgy lit him up on a deep pass. You know what I'm saying? What else? Tried to come up and hit Orgy, got flatlined. You've been around too long, bro, to be looking like that. I mean, it is what it is. We're deep at safety, so Rod Moore, Makari Page. I wouldn't be surprised if Zeke Berry passes R.J. Moden up at safety, honestly. So it is what it is. I had high hopes for him, but he's just regressing. So it is what it is. Let's see. We saw Nakai Hill-Green back out there. It's nice to see him finally back. I saw him flying around a little bit. Houseman, the transfer from Nebraska, he was flying around looking good. So it's good to see the linebackers. You getting more speed. You getting that guys with a little more physicality back, with a little more size. So that's nice to see. This defense should be nasty this year, for real. It might take another step up from last year. So it looks like it might be like that. Let's see. Who else? Now, Davis Warren, Jack Tuttle looked pretty good. Davis Warren looked good. The tight ends looks Loveland looking good. Barner, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but all the tight ends look good. I'm not sure if that was Barner or the other one, but he could have took one about 70. The turf monster got him, but he exploded. I believe past R.J. Moden. I want to say I think that was him, but he looked good. And Davis Warren on the it was just a quick slant, or I believe it was just a quick slant, and he just flew. Dude looked like he running a 4.5 at tight end. So tight end position is deep. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it. Let's see. Alex Orji looks like he's improved. You know what I'm saying? He's looked like he's improved, and he's just a freak of nature, honestly. The running back, Benjamin Hall. See, Benjamin Hall looks like, I'm trying to think of somebody to compare him to. I really can't think of nobody, but he understands. He's patient, and our scheme is for a patient back. So this dude was eating up yards, partly because of R.J. Moden making mistakes. But he was looking good. He's a patient runner, good vision. But the biggest thing is patience in this scheme. This isn't a scheme where you just explode through the hole. This is a scheme where you might have to, take a little false steps, take a couple stutter steps, then explode through the hole, or, go 75% through the hole, look for that cutback, and then explode. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a patient scheme, and he has that patience. So look for Benjamin Hall to get some carries. If he continues to progress by like he is, by the time the season starts, this dude should be getting some carries. He looks like he's the third back because nobody else looked that good. CJ Stokes, I don't know where CJ Stokes is. He ain't play. I don't know if he's on the team. I don't know what's going on with him, but he wasn't out there, and I was looking for him just to see. Yeah, that might be about it for the most part. Yeah, but for the most part, it was a good game to see a lot of the young players, some of the new guys that came in, just to see what's going on. But it was a good game. You see guys flying around, making plays. But my thing is that I don't like about our scheme or whatever they got going on. Like, if this is my thing. If Blake is out, Donovan is out. You got Cornelius with JJ. That should be what your main goal is. Okay, we're going to feed Cornelius and JJ. These are two starters on the same team because they mixed and matched them. This is my plan. We're going to see what these guys can do and go with them. Two starters. You get what I'm saying? We're going to scheme for them, since JJ's only playing the first half, and I think Cornelius did too, honestly. We're going to scheme for them, the two starters. That's just what I would think. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, Roman Wilson is playing with Jack Tuttle. Roman Wilson has been starting for 3-4 years. Let's run plays for Roman. See what he can do, you know what I'm saying? So he can show these dudes consistency. Somebody that's been here for all these years. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Your top two backs are out. I know you want to find your other backs also, but you got a long time for that. I want to see some execution from the quarterbacks with dudes that are going to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, and this is a question, I might create a poll. How many of y'all think we actually going to see Peyton O'Leary play a lot or even decent time this year? How many of y'all actually think Peyton O'Leary is going to get some decent time and get who thinks Peyton O'Leary going to have 30 catches this year? Who thinks? I don't. I give him 10. I give him 10. If that, honestly. I just don't believe that they're going to feed this dude. I could be wrong. They could be ready for him. You know what I'm saying? He could. But I just don't. I don't. For some reason, the guys that they'll talk about or something, you never get to see them. Oh yeah, we didn't. I guess AJ Henning sat out this game. They had a lot of guys that sat out, but yeah, I just don't think he's gonna play that much, Peyton O'Leary. But boy, he was working. He was working Omarion Walker like he was a first round pick. Omarion Walker had this dude looking like a first round pick. Like he's the first wide receiver taken in this year's draft. The way he was working him down the field. And shout out to Davis Warren for just putting it on the dime all those times and going at him. But Omarion Walker, things I took from this, Walker, the defense, the things I took from this spring game, defense should be nasty. If everybody's healthy, Will Johnson, McBurrows, Makari Page, Rod Moore, Junior Colson, Houseman or Hill Green, whoever, Jenkins, Kenneth Grant, McGregor, and Stewart, or Stewart and Harrell on the ends, this defense should be nasty. Faster than last year and more physical than last year. This defense might be something serious. Honestly, this defense might be something serious. So that was just great to see, you know what I'm saying, all those different players, but a lot of them will be starting, you know what I'm saying? Seeing them, the defense, I got high hopes. Let's see. Now, offense, we didn't get to see much out of the offensive starters. JJ played first half, was okay. Cornelius had a catch. Roman didn't get a catch. Loveland got a few catches. The tight ends, tight ends got their yards. But in the offensive line, to be mixed and matched, they looked okay. Well, I wouldn't say great or anything, but they looked okay to be mixed and matched. You know what I'm saying? But the offense, you couldn't take much out of it. Besides Benjamin Hall looking like he's the third back, and Peyton O'Leary looking like he's Mario Manningham or something. But that's a wait and see. I'm not taking much from that. I doubt if he even plays that much. So to me, that just says, Omarion Walker, you got some work to do, my brother. You got work to do. So anything we hear, we have to take with a grain of salt anyway. You know what I'm saying? With the whatever they say coming out of practices, you got to take it with a grain of salt. So Omarion Walker, he could be a freak of nature, but he got a lot of work to do on his technique and going from a wide receiver mindset to a corner's mindset. Wide receiver mindset is they just want the ball. Corner mindset is throw this way if you want to. Oh, you caught that one? Good job. They throw it again, it's mine. They throw it again, it's mine. Oh, you got another one. Okay. Matter of fact, I like that because they're going to keep throwing over here. Oh, they threw it again. Told you it was mine. That's a corner mindset. He has to get to that. Like, try me if you want to. Oh, you tried me? Thank you. Thank you for trying me. Please come again. Try again so I can get another pick. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the mindset that you have to have as a corner because you're going to give up some catches. But you got to have it in you to not get frustrated and to no, okay, trust my technique. I'm on you. You're not about to torture me. Because if you get frustrated, you start grabbing and stuff, those 5 and 15-yard penalties, they can add up. So you just got to learn that corner mindset. But I think that's about it. I mean, we actually got to see Harbaugh smile in a game type of situation for once. But besides that, it was just a good game. You know, see the team and actually feel like you somewhat a little bit inside the program. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that, and it ended great. That was a great drive at the end by O'Leary and Davis Warren. So that was just nice to see. But quarterbacks, JJ, Davis Warren ain't taking JJ's job. He's just not. So I seen some that on Facebook. Davis Warren was the best quarterback. Well, he did play most of the game, and JJ played the first half, but he's not taking his job, bro. Like, people just, I don't know what's up with that, but so I'm not sure if Tuttle should be the backup. Warren, it's something about Davis Warren that he's got something about him that's like I'm a baller. He's got something about him like where he'll deliver that rock crisp, on time, and on point. I'll always rock with that. Those back shoulder throws to Peyton O'Leary, on point. That slant to the tight end, on point, where he could run and get 60 afterwards. So I ain't gonna front. Davis Warren, he slick nice, but he ain't taking JJ's spot. But that backup spot, Tuttle, I'd probably give it to Davis Warren, honestly, over Tuttle. That's just me. But that's about all I got for you. The backs, Dunlap and Gash, they didn't do too much. That's Hall's position. Third back looked like Hall, honestly. Don't know what's up with CJ Stokes. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. I ain't going to drag this one on. It's just nice to see the team out there competing and getting to see these young guys and getting to see these older veterans try to show them how it's done and, you know, give us that little bite of football from our team that we want to watch. So that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great.